Alright, this is going to be the second part of Destiny's Clarity video because my video was right about an hour and I wasn't going to do any editing on this probably because I decided to not cut anything out of Destiny's. So this is part 2.
You see us in March of 2017 staying in a hotel with Maggie, Sarah.
Okay, we're back in 2017. Alright.
Dana, and then me and Amber Lynn. I don't remember why we did that. I think it was a spur of the moment thing and we just did it, but it was a fun time. And we go to Hooters and we go to Five Below. Amber Lynn talks about getting new furniture. She didn't get new furniture while she was there. She goes on a date with Becky, and this month, yes, we did drive her.
Oh, okay. What, March? Are we in March? You went on a date with Becky.
Like I said, I was really angry with Charla. Jax came to stay with me at this point because I had decided to just basically move in with Dana.
Who's Jax? Is this another dog?
And Amber Lynn states in one of those videos that I was offering to still take her everywhere and do those things that she needed to do. I did not offer. I mean, maybe occasionally I did, but most of the time she was just asking if I could, and it was either I say yes or it was just all hell breaking loose.
I could see Amber Lynn being upset if you said no, I can't take you. I could see her throwing kind of a hissy fit of like, well, how am I supposed to get groceries? I guess I'll just starve then. I could see Amber Lynn kind of throwing a hissy fit about that. And I could see Dana trying to be nice and offering occasionally like, oh, hey, I need to go to the store. Do you need to go too? Kind of a thing.
Just never hearing the end of it, so we would just do it. I got a new car at this point as well, and I don't have anything written after this. So March of 2017, shortly after me and Dana got together, her niece ended up having to stay with us. Her youngest niece, she was 2 at the time, and literally the weekend that we ended up having to keep her, and not knowing when she would have to go back to her mom, I was taking Dana with me to a family wedding in Tennessee. And it was kind of a short moment, but we took her with us. It was a good time. I had to figure this out, was really, upset with how things had went down with her niece. And I just wanted to make sure that I could do what I needed to do for that little girl, basically. And that's why I got a new car. I had a 2000 Honda Civic. Literally had just hit 100,000 miles. When I got it, it only had 64,000 miles on it. I had the car a long time. It was very reliable. It was awesome, but it just was not up to standards taking care of a small child. So I got a brand new car, put every mile on it, went into debt over this car, and I loved it. And at this point in time, that's when I moved in with Dana, because we had this child we had to take care of together, and that's one of the reasons that me and Dana kept a friendly relationship after we broke up. It took a little while. It did take a few months before me and Dana were on okay terms after we broke up, but that's the only reason I kept friendly terms with her, is because I still take care of those kids in any way that I can. They are so hype I'm coming for a week. I'm gonna finally see them. Last year when I came for a few days, I came for I think 4 or 5 days, and I didn't get to see them. They were in Ohio visiting with Dana and her family, but they are all very excited to see me.
Dana's still in Kentucky, I guess, right?
But that's one of the reasons I moved in so quickly with Dana, like I said, is because we had to take on raising this child indefinitely, and so on and so forth. And I'm not going to get into all of that reasoning and whatnot. We had to fix up the house somewhat. We had to make her bedroom. We had to do all this stuff and just try to work as well. And eventually her nephew's in there with us for a few months. And I want to say, let me see, the rest of 2017, I know I want to say either April or May of 2017, I take Dana to Florida for a weekend. That was a mistake. To try to drive 10 hours and drive back 10 hours in 2 days, 2.5 days, really. We literally left on a Thursday night after work, got off at midnight, drove all the way to Florida, and I was surprising everyone. My sister was the only one that knew. Got a really cheap hotel just to sleep. Slept there. And then finally got the okay to meet everyone at Texas Roadhouse. So I met my sister and everybody at Texas Roadhouse, surprised everybody. And that was a Friday. Tried to see a lot of people Saturday, and then did some stuff Sunday, and then had to leave on Sunday and be back so we could work on Monday, and it was just miserable. So
that's a very, very fast paced.
Don't do that. Don't try to do a 20-hour road trip, basically 20-hour round trip in 2.5 days, because it sucks. Unless it's you have to. Um, and then we spent the summer working, and that is when all of her nieces and her nephew had to start staying with us.
Oh my.
The oldest one, not so much because she stayed with her dad, but we were having to watch all of them a lot and just really just keep them a lot. We kept the smallest one and her nephew, so the 2-year-old and her nephew, the whole summer, like nonstop. Had to go to Ohio to get her nephew, and that's when he started staying with us. Actually, he went up there to stay with her aunt for the summer. She was having surgery, something, and no one could watch him, so we had to go all the way to Ohio and get him. And then when we brought him back, he just essentially had to stay with us. And it wasn't until the second day of school that he ended up not staying with us, and it really upset me because I had made sure he had a room as well. Set him up, took all of them school shopping, made sure they were set for the year just for him to go and stay with his dad and not see him anymore. And it really sucked. Not having the control of, hey, I don't want this kid right now. Will you just watch him for me, keep him for me, take care of him for me, and then just the kid be taken from you at any time because there's nothing you can do about it legally. It really sucked.
Right.
But it happened a lot. And then that was most of the summer. I want to say maybe we did a few things here and there with Amberlyn and Ricky, but that was Amberlyn and Becky and Ricky and Eric. All of them. I know that she was trying to get along with all of them, like get to know them. And Becky, like she was doing her own thing, and I was doing mine. After the summer goes, like I said, he went away, and we just had the 2-year-old most of the time. My mom helped watch her a lot. I'm just trying to think of anything that like spectacular or special or meaningful happened. In October of 2017, we both ended up losing our jobs at Source HOV. Amberlyn mentions the name a few times. It's not called that anymore. And we start working at this call center. We're there till January. So, but in that time frame, I want to say not a whole lot happens. It is what it is. I get my pit bull between that time and then, though. So I didn't have my pit bull very long before we had to find another place for her to stay. But she was really interesting to have. Then in January of
how many dogs have you had to rehome?
2018, I lose my job. And, lose my job. Because they had this rule where you couldn't create a pattern of missing with another coworker. It was weird. And Dana had to miss with me one day because I had a UTI so bad I couldn't even drive. So Dana ended up driving me to this hospital to get checked out. And then literally when we went in the next time, they were like, you don't need to return until you get a call from whoever. And then they told us that we had created a pattern of missing together. So this video is getting long, so I don't want to start too much into 2018, but that's the reason I ended up moving to Florida, is because after we lost our jobs there, we came into some 401k money, and we thought we were going to be okay for a little while, but we ended up moving in with Dana's friend, and we just thought we were going to be okay for a little while.
So probably the 401ks they were paying into, if they had a 401k with that, what was it, Source HOV or something? If that was cashed out to them, they would have to pay an early withdrawal fee and then also taxes on that as income.
We found another job, and then my sister ended up coming to Kentucky to see somebody, and some drama went down, and she wanted me to go back to Florida with her. And my dad was basically like, I'll help you out with bills until you find a job here, just let me help you and all this. And that's why I ended up moving back to Florida in 2018. But I know things got kind of long talking about cash, but that's 2017. Not a whole lot of interesting stuff happened. I just know that year I worked really hard at work and was just trying to basically take care of these kids that I still, like I said, help out now, and make sure that they can always get a hold of me if they need to. They all know that. It's just, there was a lot that happened in the beginning of 2017, and then it got boring. So I'll make another video for 2018 just because this one's getting so long. I still am going to do some live streams and stuff. And then another thing I wanted to talk about was the whole Dana situation. So me and Dana, like I said, had a friendly relationship because of the relationship that we had with her nieces and nephew. Like, they literally are still part of my whole world. Like, I have so many kids that are just like, they are basically mine. I treat them as my own. And those 4 and my best friend's 4 are like they are mine. I consider them my own. Like, that's why I tried to make sure me and Dana still had a friendly relationship. That's why I wanted to make sure me and Dana did things as adults when we broke up, because there is no reason that I shouldn't have been able to have it done that way in the first place. And not only that, but I wanted to make sure I was still going to have a healthy relationship with these kids, that no one was putting a bad taste in their mouth about me, because they know just as much as I know how much I love them, how much I care for them, and all that. And I know my nephew took it really hard when everything happened, because for almost 2 years before that, he lived with us. So for everything to go down like that, I know it was heartbreaking for him, and he really did. He took it hard, and he kept in touch with me probably the most. The littler ones probably would, but they are still too small to have a phone. So there's that.
Yeah.
So I was gonna choke up for a minute talking about them, because it really it does suck to be that close to some kids and you not have any
To lose contact
control,
with
I
them
guess, of
could be
just
hard.
or just being able to see them. Really, it does suck. I can't wait to see all of them. But me and Dana had a friendly relationship until it was either the end of January or the beginning of February this year of 2023, and I had posted a post on the year-to-date mark of when Dana broke up with me, just saying how far I had come as a person. And I'm gonna get into more of that, like, around the time me and Dana broke up. I'm gonna get really into that, because you guys would be able to understand more of where I'm coming from with
I can't
it.
remember the date they
But
broke up. I don't remember.
I just made a post just thanking everyone that had helped me out, and Dana had posted a status in rebuttal to that, because we were Facebook friends. I thought we were cool, and she posted something that said that I always played the victim or something. And I don't want to play the victim in
Amberlynn already has that role taken.
anything. I just am sharing my experience. I don't need anyone to feel sorry for me. I don't need anyone to help me. I've done a lot of that on my own. That's not what I came on here to do. That's not what I'm looking for. Is
You came on her to heal.
like, you know, help or anything. Like, I've got it, but I'm just on here to share my experience with everything that happened. I can promise you I've been 100% on everything. But like I said, we were friends, and then she posted that, and then I was just like, really, my feelings were hurt, because I thought things were cool between us, and then she was going to say something like that, so I blocked her on everything. Had her blocked until I found out she was pregnant. When you're with someone for so long and they want children, and you have to talk about who's going to carry the child and who can't essentially carry a child, and you find out the person that you didn't think ever could hold a child has one, like, I felt very happy for her. She deserved it. And of course I unblocked her, and I reached out to her. Lexus knows this, and Lexus knows how I feel about it. Like, I just congratulated her, and I said, you'll always have this big piece of my heart, like, I mean, you thought you were going to spend your whole life with somebody, and Lexus knows that. Lexus knows, like, she understands, really. Not really that she knows, she understands. And, I don't know why Amberlynn's trying to portray that as that I was cheating on Lexus with saying those kind of things. Like, feelings with exes are weird, but I was just so happy for her.
I can completely understand, Destiny reaching out to Dana after finding out she's pregnant and just, being like, hey, I'm happy for you. Amberlynn didn't say Dana was or Destiny was cheating. She said that she was unblocking Dana and messaging her, which shows I think she was trying to point out the pattern that Destiny has of reaching out to her ex-girlfriends when she's with somebody else. Um, except for Amberlynn, she didn't do that to when she got with Dana. She didn't do that with Amberlynn because they were already all hanging out. Um, but I mean, granted, we don't know what was said between them. That's a private conversation they had. But it sounds like, according to Destiny here, that she was just congratulating Dana, and she's very honest here about, Dana will always have a part of my heart. She's always going to care for Dana because they were together for what, 4 or 5 years, almost 5 years, and they were engaged. So
No one else in this world deserved it. I swear, more than Dana did, to be a mother. So then when I found out a couple days ago that she had lost the baby, I'm trying not to cry as it is. I was really devastated for her. Like, she didn't deserve that. I don't care how shitty she was to me. She didn't deserve that at all. Like, she is going to be a great mom. She's going to get her chance. I didn't come on here to be mean and vile. I know I make some funny jokes and all that, like I said, but that's not what this is for. And I feel like Amberlynn is just, she's the one being malicious. She's the one that keeps coming back at all this stuff. And that's not what I'm trying to do. She can say that, and then obviously we're not working together. I don't know why anyone would think that. She doesn't want me posting anything. I have some screenshots that I'm going to share with you guys in another video. But I just wanted to clear all of that up. Everything with Cash, everything with Dana. I don't know why Amberlynn's trying to portray everything the way she is. I guess it's because she likes to keep the narrative in her own. I said I was going to do laundry in this video too, but...
Yeah, Amberlynn does like to make sure that she does say her part, and then she shows herself in the best light, of course. But I will say that Amberlynn did, because people were asking her about things, and like I'm sure on Instagram and in super chats and messaging her. Some of the things that Destiny has said has caused harassment for Amber, with like the swamp ass and oh you're smelly and things like that. And Amber felt the need to defend herself from Destiny saying that she was smelly. So, and she wanted to tell her side of the story with the fight with Destiny's mom. I understand Amberlynn wanting to do that. But yeah, this is just a weird situation. Destiny, can share her side of the story, of course, and her experiences and all that. But there are a couple of things that were like, was that really necessary? So.
It is what it is. It's just sitting right here. I'll do it when I'm done with this, but I just wanted to come in on here and say that. And I'm sorry I haven't posted anything in a couple days. I've just been super busy, been working. I had some stuff I had to do yesterday, stuff I had to do today. So, I might live stream with y'all in a couple days. I might try to make another video in a couple days, but, just thought I would clear some things up for you guys and just know that I have no reason to lie to you. I have not made myself look good at all in any of these videos. Like Amberlynn said in her live earlier, I'm exposing myself, and it's because I don't have any shame. I'm not afraid of what people say. I'm not afraid of what people think of me. So, it is what it is. But alright, that is all. I'll see you guys in the next video.
All right. Well, that is that. I'm happy that Destiny is still able to be in the lives of Dana's nieces and nephews, and that relationship is still there, and that she wasn't cut off from kids that she became very close to. So that's good. And I'm not really surprised, I guess, that Destiny reached out to Dana to congratulate her on her pregnancy, and then that she's sad for Dana. Of course, she is always going to have a place for Dana in her heart, I'm sure. So, but all that being said, we are caught up on Destiny's videos because she hasn't posted since this one. I think this one was 10 days ago. So we are going to work on catching up on Amberlynn's videos. I think she's posted 5 in the last 10 days. I need to watch and record and edit and upload. So I will get working on that. And until next time, be safe and take care.